morning. It's a quiet start to our day. One more quiet start before we start to see our next big system approach for Wednesday. You can see that it's a little bit hazy out there, a little bit foggy, and we do have some fog to start off this morning. That wind coming in out of the south, bringing in some warmer air. That's moving over the cold snowpack, and it's trying to condense into some fog as it cools down here. But it's warm. We're at 20 degrees right now in Fargo. It's 17 in Grand Forks. Check out what's happening down in Sisseton, 34 degrees there. So we've already climbed above the freezing mark in the Sisseton area, and the rest of us, most of us, will finally hit freezing today after 63 days in a row of sub-freezing temperatures, more than 2 months worth of staying below freezing. So finally, we're starting to work our way out of the deep freeze. We're looking at wind out of the south again. It's pretty strong. Some areas with some speeds into the 20s. A gust in Sisseton to 36 miles per hour. There may be a little blowing snow there. So that wind is strong enough in most areas that fog really struggling to form with that air moving around. But there are places where we are seeing some visibility drop. Down toward Langdon, 1.5 mile visibility for you. It's at 2 miles in Hallock, and even in Fargo, as we just saw, it's limited just a little bit down to 5 miles. Our visibility looking good. Our skies looking pretty good too. We're looking at conditions that are pretty quiet for us this morning. But we are going to be keeping our eyes on Colorado. A Colorado low going to be forming. It's starting up here today for those folks there. And in fact, down in Colorado, they've got winter weather headlines, blizzard warnings, and winter storm warnings in the Rockies. And this spreads into the plains as this system eventually moves into our viewing area for Wednesday. So we have our own alerts right now, a winter storm watch for tomorrow, and that covers just about everybody in the valley. And then just east of us, a flood watch, because there's going to be heavy rain on the warm side of this system. So a lot to talk about. We're going to focus, first of all, just quickly on today's highs. We're going to get into those low to upper 30s today. So again, getting above freezing in most areas. There will be that south wind throughout the day, so it won't quite feel like that. And we're going to see some more clouds take over for today. It might end up being kind of gray out there with a little bit of fog and mist and maybe even some drizzle. So looking ahead to tomorrow morning, this is 7 a.m. Still quiet to start, but you could see what's heading our way. That's going to spread into the afternoon, and a large area of pink here is concerning. That's potentially freezing rain in that transition zone. So our southern valley viewers into South Dakota, west central Minnesota, even southeastern North Dakota may have a bout of some freezing rain before we see it transition to rain or even some snow. So that will add a layer of ice to some areas. Not everybody will experience that, but the potential's there. And then heading into the 5 o'clock hour, southern valley experiencing a mess of precipitation going on. The best bet for rain with this one, down into Lakes Country, again on the warm side of this. So back over toward Fergus Falls and Wadena, and back down into the Elbow Lake area. Up toward the north and west, we're more likely to have that band of heavy snow. And it's tough to nail down where this is going to set up, this rain-snow transition line. This could be shifted a little farther to the northwest or even to the southeast, and that's going to make a big difference in what type of precipitation each location sees and how much snow we end up getting and moisture with this. Eventually, we see that transition over to all snow and some heavy snow too. This is through Thursday morning, and some very strong winds in excess of 50 miles per hour. So there's the potential for blizzard conditions too for a time with this system before it moves on during the day on Thursday. Snowfall potential somewhere in the valley. We're looking at 6 to 12 inches of snow, lesser amounts where we get the rain to the southeast and lesser amounts to the northwest of this. Total liquid moisture, 1 inch or so in yellow there. So that's another inch of moisture added to the system as we look ahead toward the spring flood. And again, that potential for some ice, especially in the south and to the east. Checking out your 7-day planner. It's going to be a rough couple of days this week, but Friday we start to quiet things down and we cool down back below freezing.
All right. It's a lot to process. So
Yes.
many different things involved in this one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa.
Coming up, find out how one tweet saved a Texas donut shop.